And welcome back, travelers of the internet, to Bright Helm Recording. This is your host, Master Barkle, playing the Pillars of Eternity 2. And we've leveled up a few times. We're a level 8, and good ways to level 9. And we're ready to carry on with main storyline stuff. We gotta go to Hasongo, northwest of Nakataka. And Jyoti wants to talk with me real quick, so we're gonna do that in but a moment.
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around.
Uh-oh.
With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all?
It's time I got about searching for lost souls.
Alright. Well, let us carry on our way then. If that's all you gotta say. Sounds like complaining to me.
Oh, drop a good spice from wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, drop a good spice from wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, drop a good spice from wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old Ferris wheel along.
Alrighty. Landed in Hasongo. Everyone's
I
dead.
don't get this at all. There was a Dawnstar settlement on Hasongo.
And air kicks at a few splinters of shattered wood strewn across the path.
The place got trampled just the same.
It doesn't seem to matter who he hurts. He does as he pleases.
This is Wide all over again. Only now we know it really is Eothas behind it.
According to the gods, that is.
I'll tell you one thing. When we catch up to that unstoppable god statue, me and him are gonna have words.
Good idea. How did this guy lose his blood, though?
That's Gon's footprint, and it looks like it's headed toward that lighthouse to the west. Ready to brawl?
Oh. Naga? So, my guess is the Naga are here picking off stragglers, survivors. That's why there's the blood everywhere. Well then, let's head into here. An Amawo woman whirls towards you, her eyes wide and wild. Her uniform is disheveled, as if from several days' wear, and her breath comes in rapid gasps. With her are a few wounded soldiers with a huddle of commoners in dirt-stained farmers' smocks.
Shut the door, quick, before the Naga get in.
It's already closed, but her glazed eyes seem to be staring beyond it. The soldiers look up, too. Their faces are drawn with pain and exhaustion, their eyes rimmed red and gray. Meanwhile, the farmers cast nervous glances in your direction, drawing more tightly together. This door won't keep them out, you know.
Of course it will. This place is a product of the finest Rawatayan engineering, built to weather anything.
Anything but Eothas, it would seem.
Nothing's getting through.
Her hand starts to tremble at her side. There's something unusual about her brittle confidence, distant stare, and shaking hand. It's called PTSD. You can read the signs. Whatever she saw here has rattled her to her core.
Folks that saw Wide on the field of battle, ones that lived, used to get rounded up looking like this. Some got reassigned, but most they sent home.
I wonder why. She blinks at you as if seeing you for the first time.
Wait, you're not the reinforcements. There are supposed to be reinforcements.
A tide of panic is rising behind her eyes. Hazanui Karu sent me here to find out what happened here. This seems to calm her. She gives you a quick, stiff salute, crossing her forearms over her chest.
Then you'll want my report. Yes.
As she lowers her arms to her sides, the trembling in her hand stops. Just a dutiful soldier.
The first thing was the Colossus. It showed up a few days ago, a week ago. I can't be sure.
It's probably been a month now.
But it was huge. Glowed like luminous Audra.
Her eyes start to glaze over again. She stares into the distance, her mouth slightly open. Her wounded companion, meanwhile, is staring suspiciously at the farmers. They shrink from his gaze. Are the farmers like Dawn Stars or something? Like, what happened next?
The Colossus was coming right for us. Fleetmaster Co. ordered the gunhawks and cannoneers to take up positions.
She catches herself, breaking off with an ashamed grimace.
They fought. The rest of us were sent below, like cowards.
She looks down at her hands, which she has balled into trembling fists. If you had fought, you'd be dead too.
Wouldn't have taken someone from the living lands for a shirker.
He spits.
We don't flee. We don't hide.
She doesn't look at you as she speaks. She steels herself.
I heard cannon blasts, artillery fire. Felt the world shake. Then the water started coming in.
The island started sinking?
We came back up, and the others were... I don't know. Like they'd been turned to ash.
Everything been sucked out of them.
And the Colossus was walking away. The fort was flooding, where it had broken our walls, and the luminous Audra in the lighthouse had gone dark.
The lighthouse is over on the western side. What about the Naga?
They skulked in after, once our walls were down.
He scowls.
Those of us who were left fought. But those cowards moved through the sunken hallways. Ambushed us from below.
And those of you who survived ended up here. Both Suhira and the angry soldier look away in shame.
Those snakes are little more than animals. No match for trained Rauatayan warriors.
He snorts.
When the Hazonui's reinforcements get here, we'll strike back.
He trails off, his gaze distant at the scenarios of bloody vengeance no doubt playing in his mind's eye.
And build our walls back up so nothing gets through. And double our cannons, so we can destroy that Colossus if it ever comes back.
What do you have against these farmers?
Dawn Stars.
He cuffs a wad of bloody phlegm onto the floor.
Fleetmaster Co. hired them to tend the fields that supply the mainland, but they started acting strange, dreaming strange.
You mean dreaming of things to come?
One of them, Latharan, had a row with the Fleetmaster over it, left angry just before the Colossus showed up.
Zuhira and the soldiers glare at the farmers as if this explains everything. How could a bunch of farmers have done this?
You'd be surprised. One time me and my brother filled this fella's house with manure, right up to the roof. All different kinds of it.
That's impressive. But that doesn't help our point here.
That was the last time he ever called us irresponsible.
Fun. Zuhira stares at him, seemingly parsing his story for meaning.
I think their praying called it here. Getting back at us for the Godhammer. Even if not, they definitely know something.
He practically spits at the farmers.
Spitting at our god? You ought to fear for the future of your soul.
Ooh.
Is there anything else?
Well, surely you've got some way of fighting the Naga. She bristles.
The finest cannons and bombards in the archipelago. Why, you can barely walk the ramparts without...
As she remembers the destruction outside, her indignation fades away and that distant look returns to her eyes.
There's still one. There must be one. They can't all have been destroyed. But you'll need a trained artillerist to aim it.
She nods, pulling herself back from the brink of panic.
Don't go back out there. You'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive.
Her throat makes a dry clicking sound as she swallows. I don't think she understands I am the reinforcements.
Just stay away from the water. Damn scale bellies are hiding down there. They'll ambush if you get close.
Sometimes you can see them, if you look carefully.
She stares off again, gazing at nothing. So I guess I'll need to be sneaking around here and there. What you got in here? Loot? Ooh, food? Stuff, wounded people need? I don't think you'll need the grenade, though. Smash barrels. Alrighty. A ripe stench wafts from the boats. A corpse is pinned behind them. Oh, that's a lot of barrels up there, guys. Okay. We need the range coming into here. I bet we got somebody coming down this hallway. Or not. Alright, Tunk. Just stand guard. Get around it up to here.
May I be a candle in the night.
Alright, everyone else. Regroup up top stairs.
Say your prayers.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Alrighty. Those Nagas are dealt with. Wonder why they had so many barrels here. Alrighty. Nothing really in there. I don't know if we really need to use the bombard just yet. Yeah, this looks like a little grappling point to get across to over there. Maybe. What is this? Is this like a little barracks or prison? Guessing a barracks of sorts. Got some
Is
fines.
it me or is that an awful...
That is an awful lot of powder in there. You know what? Everyone back away except for Eothas. Let's just chuck a fireball into there. No biggie. There we go. Yeah. The frames really love that one, don't they?
Indeed.
That was fun.
You should.
Artillerist's manual. Hey, we need that. Take it aim. The artillerist must account for both the distance of the target and the velocity of the wind. What follows is a series of diagrams specifying the ideal firing angles for targets at various ranges. Well, that's useful. I'm sure. Now we're practically a trained artillerist. The debris is charred and blackened with spent gunpowder. That'll be fine. Crates smell musty. Peering inside, you see they're full of black powder. Naga soul.
Sure.
What are you doing on that side of the world, though? Like, I can't get to you. There's this barricade here. Do we spy any, Wow. That is quite a bit of flooding for the fort. Good thing they got these ramparts and higher walkways. Ooh. Can we engage with someone? What we got? There's a lot of shadow over here. Really, really dark over there. Is everything alright?
These ends are in for a lot. Too tall.
I think the game slightly bugged, maybe. There's nothing but shadow over there. I can't fight them. Is that all? Retreat, guys? Maybe? Cannot venture forth while in combat. Okay, and we're out of combat now. I'm guessing the game bugged a little bit, because I can't see beyond there at that point. Let's see if we can head into here, I guess. Maybe the entering and exiting of places will help. Oh. The stairs descend to a flooded hallway. The water is clear and the passage seems to continue for quite a ways. Just swimming. As the passage begins to grow dim and the water cloudy, you reach an intersection where the walls are spiderwebbed with cracks. The hall continues to the left and to the right. The way on the left is dark. There's a faint glow to your right, but still, dark shapes obstruct the passage. Let's just orient ourselves real quick. Your finely honed sense of direction tells you that the hall to the right leads west, while the route to the left seems to bend southeast, back toward the docks. And southeast is where that Naga ghost was, so I guess we'll go to the left? That's odd. The hallway curves around until you reach a door. It's swollen with water and stuck in place. You give it a cursory tug, but it'll take more effort to pull it open. I'm pretty strong. You plant your feet on either side of the doorway and pull at the handle. After several sharp yanks, it flies open, revealing stairs to the surface. You swim up. It's a bit oddly designed of a barracks, I guess, or hallway. To go left, to go right. But what do I know? You feel the presence of a soul, twisting and sinuous. It notices you, too, and draws nearer. Its restless essence tingles against your own. It is searching, hunting. You recognize it as the soul of a Naga.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like
The soul recoils from a memory of violence, like a child snatching her hand from a hot stove. What were you searching for?
away.
A memory blooms at her core. A burst of vehemence shudders through her essence.
The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone.
The striped fiends, as in the Amawa, the Rawatayans.
Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan says I must find a way in.
There is warmth in this thought. Pride. Who is Sugan?
Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in. The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. Not for me, but they see me still.
You feel a prickle of sympathetic pain as if pierced by a volley of bullets. I guess you can come with me then.
You
Just like
know
any other
what
soul.
it is to roam, to seek distant places. Yes, I feel this in you. Your feet, your eyes, they find the way.
She melts into the ether and becomes a quiet presence behind you, or beside you. My bad. Well then, let us head back to the kitchen, I guess. Kick toward the surface, yep. Now, what was those shapes obstructing the right? Go right. You pull yourself past the corner and into a labyrinth of carnage. Debris from half-collapsed walls and shattered barricades clogs the tunnel. Corpses weighed down by armor and bloated with decay bob and hover in the open spaces. You kick off the rubble to propel yourself forward. Even so, the way forward is more taxing than you'd initially thought. Uh-oh. You press on. Eothas appears to be struggling, but by the time you notice, it's too late to turn back. The exit is still a gray blur when you see the panic in Eothas' eyes. You grab one of Eothas' trembling arms and pull your companion toward the light. You reach a wood-paneled wall with a ruined green banner. When you see the exit on your right, you push toward it. Once out of the water, Eothas doubles over and vomits a mouthful of seawater, trembling with exhaustion. Fatigue. That's not fun. Okay, and so we went west now. A cold, stiff hand protrudes from this rubble. It's like a mess hall. We've got some alcohol, some food and powders, and some drink, and food. Just head on out and see what it's like outside. We still can't see what's over here. That's spooky. Maybe it's part of the game. Maybe that's mechanics working as intended. It's like just this aura of darkness. There's a little climbing spot there to maybe get up on top of those battlements. I don't know if we want to do that just yet.
Why not?
Looks like these guys were training their rifles on something in the middle here. So this is the lighthouse over here to the far west. It's headed here. Alright, let's go get him, I guess. There's a shuffler over there.
Take this.
Oh, son of a cur!
Leave it to me.
Well then. Hasongo Workshop Records. Mariverno. Received from Takawa. Oh, okay, so this is just descriptions of stuff being sent and received. All kinds of food and black powder, ammunition, stuff like that. That's just a glorified shopping
My
list.
fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble.
Excuse me,
My fingers be fat
Mr.
and furry,
Shambler.
but they're ever so nimble.
Can you open the door? No? Okay, then. We're out of here.
Good thing I saw him first.
Oh, these archers are in poor position. They were expecting me to be down there.
Let's do this.
Oh, thanks for lighting the lamp oil, whoever that was. That's great. Just what we want. Get out of here, everyone. Oh. Okay, it's upgraded. Now I need to sail into a storm. That's brilliant.
Sure.
There's stairs going down. Maybe they go out to here. This looks like a proper, just one building. I would assume so. Hasongo Fort, expanded design. Okay, let me steal that map so I can use it to find my way around the place a bit better. Flecks of sealing wax cling to the tip of the blade. Little blade there, okay. Letter from Lethan. This letter is written in a small, meticulous hand. Co, you know I've never been one for superstition, but I'm telling you, there's something to these dreams. Couldn't tell you what they mean, only that they wake me 3 times a night. All of us working your farms, pious Eothasians to a man. I haven't them too. I've got no mind to tell you how to run your fort, but I've got to look after my brethren here. We left homes and families back in Rayetzeres. Now we're seeing strange things and laboring next to a duke's ransom and black powder. Or did you reckon a dumb hick like me wouldn't notice? Yeah, that's a, oh, there's a corgi here. The dog watches as you approach, his ears forward and head cocked.
Uh-oh. We got a ferocious beast watching us. And he looks like he's got a very itchy belly.
Oh yeah, Becca the dog to come with us. He takes a few tentative steps forward and sniffs your hand. He lowers his head under your fingers and looks up at you expectantly. You're gonna scratch him, obviously. He closes his eyes and raises his head, helping you find just the right spot. After several seconds of this, he stands and shakes himself off, ready to follow. There we go, we got a Kaz.
Say your prayers.
Okay. Uh-oh. Run away! Before heading up to the lighthouse, let's just see if we can clear out these docks. They said Naga like to hide out in the waters, so this feels like an ambush point right here.
Scallywags.
I don't know about that totem there. Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright. Rollen, head back. You turn around a bit. Tunk, you should be fine. Oh, goodness.
You like that? Let's go.
Alrighty. Get that totem down. It didn't do anything bad. Thankfully.
I cannot whack him any harder.
There we go. So we know the Naga are here to mess around with the Adra, I guess, because they believe they're being spoken to by gods. Well, I mean, maybe they are. I claim the same thing, but, you know, I actually do talk with the gods. This feels like a bit of a point where we could blast that away. So I really don't think we need to, though. I feel like there's just that little central area there where there's some more Naga. Let's just carry on to the lighthouse. You remember the feat that made these stomping across Cadnua? Oh, we gotta step out of the crater. Sorry, that is a bit of a big step there, I guess. Wonder what's all this way. Goodness. The lighthouse is quiet, but for soft, sibilant whispers. There's a repetitive, incantatory quality to them, yet as you cross the threshold, an old Naga with skin like cracked leather breaks off. He swivels to face you, bearing one broken fang.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds.
I think I'm just here to restore the Adra, actually.
Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers.
I need to approach the Adra.
Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped fiends has wrought? The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come. Smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped, with blasphemous hunger.
Man, you got a lot of slurs.
Now, Foreign ones dig at these roots, and the Deep Hunter is with us no more.
You talking about Andra?
Now, the gods return to rain their punishment on these islands. Again.
What's the Deep Hunter?
The defender of the isles, the guardian of tides.
It makes a reverent gesture.
Once, it lived among us. In all bright, quiet places where shufflers did not go. But then, more came from distant lands. First few, then many. Now, our Deep Hunter is gone.
Okay, so you're saying the gods have brought ruin on Deadfire before? He bares his broken fang in surprise.
Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Adra roots.
At this, the others hiss angrily. So the Engwithans is what you're talking about? In which case, that was Andra's fault.
They did not build alone. The sand-striped ones helped, as they help other fiends now.
Yeah.
Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
His beads and bangles rattles as he brings his hands together in a loud clap. So you think history is just repeating itself?
You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things.
A tremor of disgust ripples through his body.
Our ancestors hid deep, where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again.
He thumps his tail on the floorboards.
The gods see. They will tear them all down.
Well, Bareth sent me. I'm here doing the will of the gods.
The shuffler's tongue is thick with blasphemy. Kill him now, Suga.
The other Naga draws into a tight coil as if preparing to strike. His tail whips on the ground as he considers you.
If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof.
What would you consider proof?
I tell you, thick tongues lie. Forked tongues do not.
Are you telling me to become Naga?
If what you say is true, then surely you can speak with the dead.
He cocks his head to appraise you with one eye. Yeah.
I will believe your words, only if I hear them from the tongue of my own people.
Yeah, I got Yanas's soul right here. Pull it into the here. Hear this, Sugan! Yanas's bright, wispy form appears, and the other Naga pull themselves into tight, fearful knots. Only Sugan cranes himself forward, his head cocked.
Sugan, I found the way.
Emotion pulses through her essence, cracking into the ether.
Yes, you died. We saw.
The way became dark, but this one brought light.
She turns briefly to you, but Sugan's mouth is rigid in a broken-fanged grimace.
We will kill the shuffler and free your soul, Yanas.
It doesn't work that way. Yanas turns to Sugan, hissing angrily.
Do old scales cloud your eyes? The shuffler glows like the God-walker, like the way.
She looks toward the dull Adra vein. Sugan and the others follow her gaze.
He will open the way.
Yanas points to you just as she begins to disappear. That's right. I can restore the Adra. As the last of Yanas's essence fades back into the in-between, Sugan regards the Adra vein, calculation flickering in his eyes. At last he turns his guarded gaze on you.
The gods give you power, yes. But Is it enough?
It's been enough before. I've done it once.
Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Adra.
Okay. Let's do it.
As your hand touches the dim Adra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Adra and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters. Standing at Eothas' shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Adra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua?
I want to prevent you from causing any more harm.
Though there is no change in his stone visage, there is a long pause before he speaks.
That's a great challenge you've taken on. Why?
The last time you appeared, it heralded the death of thousands.
At first, he does not respond, but there is a wavering from the light within him. A momentary dimming that allows you to see the souls within the Adra clearly.
I never sought violence or death, but Margren and the Hand Occult have ensured that the world believes the madman Widewind tried to destroy the Deerwood and everyone in it. In truth, a war was what I desired, but not one of violence. I sought a war of conscience.
What?
If people saw that the ruins so faithfully guarded by the Glanfathans were nothing more than machines the Angwithans had used to turn themselves into gods, what could that mean?
Eothas becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Eora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most.
Well, what are you waiting for? The gods want answers.
And after we are finished here, I'm certain they will call for you at the hour of their choosing. Won't they, Watcher?
Likely when I'm trying to sleep, too.
Yes, I will tell you. But this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker, and I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
Where are you going? I'll meet you there.
The edges of Eothas' massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you, As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel. As Eothas speaks, his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
Perfect.
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow.
Okay.
Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
This portion. Yeah, here's a little bit of your soul back.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten, until they settle back into the cracks of your soul.
Childhood.
And then the tether and cord snap. Eothas' figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Audra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Well, we did it. Yeah. The Naga stare at the glowing Audra, their diamond pupils wide. Sugan turns his gaze to you, his body in a cautious half-coil.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people.
But
then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere.
The Nguithans?
We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out.
Oh.
That driving them away was a holy mission.
Curiosity and consternation simmer in his eyes. Slaughter is never a holy mission.
You have never fought to defend something. Very fortunate. Or cowardly.
I fought to defend plenty of things back in the Living Lands. His tail flicks in irritation.
We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it. You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
He presses something into your palm before departing. Strand of Favor. Well then, let's head to the top of the lighthouse, get that cat. And level up too. Cat. We got Korlagan. Oh, the Naga are all leaving. They say, "Yep, we're out of here. We're all done."
Don't let the door hit your scaly behinds on the way out. So you're saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Malnage. She's a cipher like you,
As much as I like pretending nothing happened.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Perhaps we should talk about your episode with the Audra.
Everyone wants to say something. He casts a sidelong glance at you. I've got any time to listen to you, Eothas.
If you got something to tell us.
Yeah, right, fair point, that. Captain?
See ya, Twitches.
You don't look like you're gonna be sick this time. So I take it that's a good sign?
It's strange, you know, feeling part of my soul in the body of a god. You know, it's kind of empowering, but also kind of weird. Eothas frowns thoughtfully.
Don't suppose the big blue bastard left you savvy to his destination?
Margren's Teeth. Ain't ever better. Damn good explanation when we get there.
One he deigns to tell us? Sure, I hope so.
Alrighty.
Had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention being made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I like your style, kid.
Okay, alrighty. Now that everyone's done yapping, let's climb down this wall. Loose masonry mars the southern wall of the gatehouse. Some of the protruding bricks looks prominent enough to climb, yet the stonework feels slick with sea spray and slime moss. You estimate a difficult climb and a dangerous fall. Yeah, Eothas already fatigued. Let's just use a grappling hook. Secure your grappling hook under the lip of the wall and climb easily down. It'll be fine. Don't need to be risking Eothas anymore. It's still super dark in here. I don't know what is going on in here. We just need to get out of here. Is everyone alright? Where's Tunk? There he is. An ice blight. Is that it? And a storm blight. So strange. I definitely feel like this is a bug, because now the Naga are gone, and I don't see that little totem thing over there or something. I don't know what's wrong. But it's wrong, I'm sure of that.
Scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
Oh, did you, Zuhira? I was saying, it's a bit of a doozy of an episode. We got the Hasongo, see footprints, and we got farmers praising Eothas coming in and killing a lot of people. And then Naga coming in afterwards, killing more people because they believe they are messengers of the gods or something like that. And weird dark area. It's very like domed around here. It feels like a very weird bug to have because you can kind of see its shadow here. It goes like around and right here, like I definitely feel like there's something else going on in there. Maybe I need to like send a fireball into there or something. Maybe I need to light a torch. Maybe I need to blow up gunpowder barrels next to it. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see you next time, I guess.
Sugan Barkle here, telling you all to praise the gods and be sure to praise Barkle for restoring this luminous Adra next to me. I'm going to praise him by leaving a like on the video and commenting down below. Praise the gods and the hunter below.